So guys, let's move in. We've been doing, if you recall, we've been doing like over-under passing, smash passing, which is awesome. And we're going to transition today into looking at some standing passes. Now, there's pros and cons with standing passes. The best pro is when you're standing, you're way more mobile. You can move further, you can move faster, right, when you're standing. When you're on your knees, you're a little more stable potentially. It's a little less dynamic, but you can't move as fast, right? If I had everybody line up on the wall and I had somebody run on their knees and I had somebody else run on their feet, who's going to win? The guy running on their feet is going to win every time because they're faster on their feet. The only real downside, in my opinion, to the standing pass is one, there's a lot of space, and the big downside though is people can get into your legs, right? Once you stand up, it's easier for them if you got a guy that loves to leg lock. He's going to be real excited to try to get up into your legs, invert or pull some fancy guards. So with the gi though, we can shut that down a lot, right? If I get a good grip, and the grip we want on the gi is we don't want the knee, we don't want the end of the pants, we want right in the middle, and we want elbows in, always elbows in, right? And this gives us good control. So Sal, go ahead and invert up into my knees right here, try to get my legs, right? It's gonna be very hard for him to do that because I've got control of his legs. Without the gi, it's definitely easier for him to get in there, right? And we're still trying to control the legs and do these things, but it's just not the same as this, right? So anytime you stand up for guard passing, just be aware your legs are in danger and you need to really watch that, right? That being said, I'm usually going to stand up. Just going to be very aware that if this certain guys are going to be really looking for those legs, so be aware of that. So now let's look at when we broke the guard. We broke the guard a couple of different ways. If I broke it this way, where I got a hand built up, broke Sal loose. He can't grab me with this hand, but he might reach around and grab my ankle with this hand, right? He reaches around and look, he's trying to go into a De La Hiva guard. If he reaches and gets you behind your ankle here, this is actually not a terribly difficult fix. All we're gonna do is turn and walk that way and kick this foot free. And then we're gonna get our pant grip. We're gonna drive into him, okay? Drive his knees up into him. What he's gonna do is he's gonna wanna push back, right? When he pushes back, this is called the bullfight pass. I want you to think about like a bullfighter doing this with their cape. When he pushes back into me, I'm gonna step this way. I'm gonna push this leg down and this leg up. So I'm doing this right here, and I'm gonna step around to the side. Right? That's what I'm doing. It's a real simple move. Drive in as he pushes back. It helps tremendously if you can get the guy to push back. And most people do not want their knees to their face, so he's gonna push back, and then I can step around. That makes sense, everybody? So one more time. As soon as he pushes back, I'm coming around, and then I wanna beat his hip and get knee to hit. I want my knee to go to his belly, right? If I don't beat this and I let this go, he gets this knee back in, we haven't passed his guard, right? So I'm not letting this pant leg go until I'm past it. I'm blocking it now. I'm safe to let this go. Then we're going knee on belly, okay? From knee on belly, of course, we got a big fight here. The second I get my knee past his hip and where he can't get his knee back to where he wants it, he's gonna go to a 10 immediately. He's gonna start turning, he's gonna start shirking, he's gonna do all kinds of stuff, right? I'm probably not gonna stay knee on belly. The second we hit here, I'm using this as a transition to get hip to hip on him and hunt for his head. Something that will help you though, as you go here, let go of this hand as soon as you're clear. Keep this, okay? Because typically Sal wants to turn into me and push this knee off. So start to turn into me, Sal. It's very difficult for him to do that when I'm pushing this knee away, right? If I don't have this knee, he can easily get on his side, clear my leg. Does that make sense? That's gonna buy you quite a bit of time. We still in frame over there, okay? One more time. Sal drives into me, feeling clear. Now that I'm around his hip, I can let go. I'm gonna keep this knee on belly, driving that knee away here. And then when I'm ready, we're gonna transition to hip on hip, hunt the head. Once we get their head, fight's over. right? For the moment, that part of the fight is over. Of course, he's just not going to give me his head. He's going to be framed. He's going to be turning. We got to try to get that head. Okay? Questions about that? What's so great about standing passing is that you can be very dynamic and you can get the other guy a little bit behind, right? You can get a little bit ahead of him. And there's this old thing, it's a phrase in jiu-jitsu, I'm probably going to butcher it, but it's basically, if you get behind, you have to use strength and speed to try to catch up. If you use strength and speed to catch up, you get tired. If you get tired, you die, right? So you can make this other guy just a little bit behind. Now he's got to react, and you can go back and forth, right? So once I get to this position, I drive to the south, he starts pushing hard, I pop this way, and maybe I don't even get the move, but he's going to turn into me, he's going to make a big reaction, right? If he's gone here, now we're going to learn another pass in a second, but it's very easy for me to switch and go back the other way and drive this knee down and come around to the other side, right? And we can go back and forth, and then at any point, you can switch off to any of your smash passes, right? So if I'm here and I go this way, I'm trying to go this way, whatever it is, I've already got this grip that we use on our over-under smash pass. That grip is already there. If you remember this, when we go here, we get the belt and reverse our grip. I've already got that grip, right? So if I'm here and we're playing this business, I'm trying to pop around him and he turns into me, at any point I can fall into this smash pass and work my way around. So these, when you put them together and you make the guy go side to side, you're constantly pushing his knees away from you, you're constantly trying to you're constantly trying to put his knees to his face, trying to beat him to the hip. It's a lot to deal with on bottom. It's a lot to deal with. All right, so this next pass, I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite, but I would say probably is my, other than the knee slice or the half guard smash pass, I probably use this one the most, especially if I don't like you. So if I've used this pass on you a bunch, you should know that I don't like looking right at the camera. All right, so we're in the same position, and that's actually a review. This is a good chance to review the double belt, right? So we did the other guard break already today. Double belt, shove it up. We're gonna lock our hands. Sorry, Sal.
I'm so sore.
Yeah, I'll go easy on Sal. Build our base, build, and then we're gonna back up. I'm letting go because Sal's. There we go. So now that it's broken, my legs are far enough away he can't reach, and I can, if he starts trying to reach, I can use this belt to keep him away from me, right? I won't let him grab my feet. Get my grips, right, and then we're into starting to play now. So same thing, playing here. What we just did is the bullfighter pass, where as Sal drives into me, I'm step, I'm moving these out of the way, kind of ole kind of deal, knee on belly, right? For this one, we're gonna step, but we're gonna step out and away from him. I don't want to be close to him on this one. If I'm close to him, this is not gonna work. I'm gonna have to be far away from him, so kind of stay tight for me. So I want to be out here, right? At least, preferably like here, right? I want to be way out there, and then I'm just aiming my shoulder for somewhere between his belly button and his sternum, right? I'm aiming my shoulder right in here. So step. I'm driving the legs out of the way, and so Sal, go ahead and take your arm and post it on my shoulder just for demo purposes, so I don't fall on you too hard. I know you're sore. So here. Boom. I'm gonna let this one go, okay? Let this one go because the hips are what matters here. And I'm gonna put my elbow down. I'm gonna suck my knee and elbow into his hips. Now I'm pinching his legs together, nice and tight. I've controlled his hips. Then I'll start hunting for his head and working my way up his body. So the first step on this one is as soon as you get by shoulder in the sternum, we're gonna let go of that top hand, bring it over, and we're sucking the knee in and sucking the elbow in. I'm pinching his legs together and taking his hips away, and then we'll start working up the body, okay? We're just trying to take all space away on this movement. So let's switch it out. I'll use you and let Sal see it. I'm going way out to the side. My hands end up making an X. My shoulder's aiming for his guts, and I can kind of control myself down a little bit using his legs where I don't hit him super hard. From here, how you breathing right there, Chris?
All right.
Yeah. Right? This is going to come over, suck his hips in, take them away. This knee's coming in tight. Then I'll start hunting for the head, working my way up the body, and we can go hip to hip from there.